In this edition of RPP News, bad karma for bad drivers, from top-tier HPVs, and a chance to give back this Christmas. Hello, I'm Catie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RPP News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. Local lawbreakers were out of luck this week. Police received multiple calls about two men riding a green pit bike with no helmets on Point Nepean Road in Rye. A short time later, officers found the men and their bike on the side of the road, stopped in their tracks by a fuel leak. The men were immediately relieved of their bike. Then on Wednesday, Catie Highway Patrol officers spotted a white Toyota Land Cruiser with a faulty headlight in Langwarrin. They breathalyzed the 34-year-old driver from Narre Warren South, who provided a test of 0.210, more than 4 times the legal limit. His car went the same way as the trail bike and he lost his licence. A karmic week for wrongdoers. Mornington Peninsula Shire Council has announced that part of Main Street Mornington will remain closed. Several businesses were forced to close and vehicle access was restricted after a fire in October between the Esplanade and 17 Main Street. Based on an engineering assessment carried out this week, there is a risk that damaged walls will collapse onto the street and neighbouring buildings. Work to make the area safe has been impeded by strong winds and rain. There will be a further update this coming week. 3 foreshore car parks are trialling paid parking for visitors this summer. Schnapper Point, Sunnyside Beach and Flinders Pier foreshore are part of a pilot program to raise income for the management of the foreshore. Residents and local workers can park for free but will need to apply for a resident e-permit. The 2023 Mornington Peninsula Mayoral Charity Fundraiser has raised over $40,000. This year, former Mayor Councillor Steve Holland hosted a raffle, the funds from which would go to the Mornington Peninsula Foundation. The foundation supports initiatives for equal opportunities and resources to schools in order to break the cycle of disadvantage. The MPF has made significant contributions to Rosebud Secondary College and primary schools in Tookarook, Eastbourne and Rye. Frankston City Council is welcoming donations at Christmas giving trees across the city to support local families during the holiday season. In partnership with local charities, donations of non-perishable items and toys can be left at trees at the Frankston Arts Centre, the Frankston Libraries and the Langwarrin Service Centre. If you can't drop an item off, you can make an online donation. Details are on the Frankston City Libraries website. A local primary school has swept the board at Energy Breakthrough 2023. Teams from Overport Primary School in Frankston took out the 4 top spots in the Pushcarts A2 Human Powered Vehicles Challenge. The teams took a year to design, construct and trial their entries. The event brings together students to explore technology innovation and environmentally friendly ways to address transportation challenges. And Australia's favourite leading lady, Lucy Durack, is bringing her glitter-filled Christmas show to the Frankston Arts Centre for 2 very special performances. Audiences will enjoy hearing much-loved Christmas classics from one of Australia's best-known stars of the stage. You can see her next Friday, the 8th of December. Tickets are available at the Frankston Arts Centre box office and website. After the break, we have Bianca with the weekly weather update.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs. A station sponsor.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries.
We know our 75D23Ls from our DIN 65LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match, because we live and breathe batteries, those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
And now it's time for Bianca for this week's weather.
Hello, I'm Bianca and welcome to this week's RPP weather update. Well, this rain bomb has kept us wet all up and down the east coast, but with summer officially here, the big question is, when will we see the sun again? Sunday the 3rd of December brings us a mostly cloudy day, which will be the trend for the rest of the week. We should see a low of 11 and a high of 21. Monday sees much the same with a low of 12 and a high of 28. Tuesday brings us a low of 17 and a high of 28. Wednesday should see a low of 12 and a high of 20. Thursday brings us a low of 12 and a high of 23. Friday sees the rain returning with a low of 12 and a high of 22. And finally, Saturday sees the rain drying up to bring us a mostly overcast day. We can expect a low of 13 and a high of 19. Well, that's all for this week. Take good care, and I will see you again next week with another RPP weather update.
Now to our surf guru Muzz with the Surf Report.
Hi, it's Muzz here, and I'm back with this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. This week just gone was about as ordinary as it gets. Gale force southeasterlies, rain, and just ordinary wind swell at best. So there was a couple of little windows, maybe Monday, but even that was still pretty average. The next week, weekend's pretty much a write-off. The swell that is only driven by the southeasterly is going to all but disappear. So best days in the outlook like Monday and Tuesday, so it's actually, by the looks of it, going to be reasonably warm, and the wind is going to go around to that northeast for 2 days or so, northeast. So looking at the weather map and looking at the swell charts, I'd probably say if you expect 2 foot beach breaks, that's pretty much what you're going to get, and that's going to be on the prime days will be Monday and Tuesday. Then there looks like there might be another front coming through after that, and there's a slim chance of a swell late next week, but at this moment the best options in the next week look like Monday and Tuesday on the beach breaks between Portsea and Gunnamatta. So, you know, southeasterly can make the banks really good. It'll just depend on how much swell's left over, so it is only going to be small, and don't expect much, and then you'll be pleasantly surprised. So enjoy, and I'll see you next week.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you for the next edition.